Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
I'm Joe Ellison. Thank you for joining us here for the latest news. A man has been arrested in Johnson County for multiple charges, including possession of explosives. Johnson County Sheriff's Office says they received credible information that Tristan Justice, who was on probation for previous weapon charges, had produced devices designed to inflict harm to people, mainly in law enforcement. After multiple searches of Justice's vehicle and home, authorities say they found devices described as booby traps, along with an explosive device and some drugs. Justice is being charged with multiple felonies. And an Oklahoma state senator says county sheriff's deputies aren't getting paid enough. State Senator Darrell Weaver will hold an interim study this morning on Monday to talk about issues county sheriffs are having to find and keeping deputies because they can't compete with pay. LaFleur County Sheriff Rodney Derryberry says he's grateful for the staff he has. It's keeping that staff that he and other county sheriffs struggle with every day.
We compete with municipalities on a local level. We actually here in Oklahoma, in this part of the country, we compete with tribal and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. And, for the ones that get the training and education, even, the federal government.
The state senator Weaver says he's hoping to bring some sort of legislation to address this issue in the next legislative session in January. And COVID cases are starting to rise across Arkansas. While numbers are still relatively low in the state, new data from the CDC lists several parts of the state as medium risks when it comes to COVID-related hospitalizations. Per capita, Arkansas ranks third in the U.S. in those new COVID hospitalizations just in the last week. But those numbers are still far from previous highs. Although new COVID vaccine has been released, some pharmacies are having trouble either getting it or keeping it in stock, but that could soon change.
It could be as soon as tomorrow or as late as a couple weeks from now, but we are just as eager as everyone else to get these in stock. We actually have a pre-recorded response on the phones right now, basically encouraging everyone to stay tuned because that's what we have to do.
Well, officials say the best way to stay up to date with the status of the vaccine is to check your pharmacy's website. All right, we'll get to more top stories in just a minute, but first, let's get a check of this week's forecast with meteorologist Zach Scott. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe. We're looking at quiet conditions here the next several days across the area after a very active pattern across 5 countries. It would be much quieter, not only for this work week, but the upcoming weekend. And then as we wrap up September and go into the start of October, it's overall looking pretty quiet, which is fine. We picked up a lot of moisture here, so we can't afford to go into a drier spell, but we don't want to stay there too long. We're looking at patchy morning fog wrapping up by mid-morning, and then it's going to be all sunshine and blue skies, not only today, but for the next several days here. We're going to get a lot of that sunny pattern setting up. We've got a quiet evening planned for you, too. You got some Monday plans. We'll look for clear skies, temperatures dropping through the mild 70s overall. Here's a look at what you can expect as you go through today. Temperatures moving through the 60s and 70s this morning. Lower 80s by early afternoon for northwest Arkansas. We'll be into the mid 80s for our warmest spots. We'll bump it up a little bit more into the upper 80s in the River Valley. So we got mid to upper 80s today, and then we'll have upper 80s to lower 90s try to take over through the rest of the work week and into the upcoming weekend. Quick update for you. 5-day rainfall recap. 5 to 7+ inches came down across Benton and Carroll counties. We also saw that across eastern Oklahoma. South of I-40 was about 1 inch to 2.5 inches overall. And then we saw a good swath of 3 to 5+ inches in northwest Arkansas, north of I-40. Again, we're looking at sunshine, dry weather through the work week, Joe, into the upcoming weekend.
Well, that's good news, Zach, because in Fort Smith, the Arkansas-Oklahoma State Fair is in full swing at K. Rogers Park. The fair kicked off Friday and will run through this Saturday. The Mighty Thomas Carnival is open today from 3:30 to 11. Now, today is also Buddy Night, meaning you can buy one armband and get the other one for free. That'll cost you $30 and give you access to unlimited rides. For a list of events and that full fair schedule, just visit our website at 5newsonline.com. Now, also underway is Silver Dollar Dollar City's Harvest Festival, which runs through October the 28th. It throws you right into fall with sights, sounds, and tastes. After sundown, pumpkins illuminate the sky with the glow of some masterpieces actually standing over 30 feet tall. There's also a new ride on the way come spring. They're updating the Fire in the Hole. It's an indoor roller coaster that takes you through the real-life story of the town Meramos that was set ablaze by the infamous gang of Baldnaubers. All right, those are some of your top stories here at 5 News. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow for more. I'm Jo Ellison. Have a great day.